from my professional background, having worked in this industry, you know, I don't take any of this lightly. I think most of you know engineers are pretty cautious by nature, and while I'm very forward-looking on where we're going with this technology, I would not bring this forward if I wasn't comfortable that, you know, my family would also be safe on the roads, right? I've got 3 young children, I've got a spouse, I've got a sister, I've got 2 brothers, I've got a mom, dad, just like all the rest of you. And if this technology wasn't ready to start being tested on our roadways, I wouldn't, in good conscience, put it forward. And that's why I've worked so hard with the stakeholders involved to make sure that on the non-engineering side of things that we've tried to capture issues related to insurance. And maybe we do make it more explicit and spell it out on the individual owner side. And I worked with committee staff to make sure we identified that some of the statutes had applied. And if, you know, it needs to be changed to make sure that it's more clear and explicit, that's something I'm certainly willing to look at doing, because I think it's already there. But you know what, sometimes it's just important to make it more explicit to give people more comfort on the issue. Autonomous vehicles will empower people in our communities who are oftentimes forgotten or left behind, and that's the last thing I'll try to close on, or last thing I'll bring up to try to close on, the transportation disadvantaged, right? Whether they're low income or whether they're vision impaired or they have some kind of disability where they're not able to be mobile anymore. This will radically transform their lives and give them back the freedom that is so core to being an American, our freedom, right? The ability to move and think and do and be, you know, able to operate in our society. And so that's the last thing I want to leave you with, that even if you have some reserve or concerns about this, think about those who are currently being left behind by the system. This will help enable them in a way that they're not enabled today to live the American dream. With that, I close.